Hi everyone, and welcome back. So, so I thought I would have a little fun with this video to kind of ease my way back into things. I will eventually tackle Paradise Lost and start breaking down why Paradise Lost is so important to our image of proto romanticism and why its influence is so long standing, but I thought I would have a little fun with this video and tackle some important history that has kind of made its way into our popular memory or into into popular media. Like, for instance, it's no secret that Game of Thrones is based off of the Wars of the Roses, the wars between the House of York and the House of Lancaster, where the Yorks were the White Rose and the Lancastrians were the Red Rose, and the victor, Henry VII, aka Henry Tudor, was technically a Lancastrian who married Elizabeth of York, who was the White Princess, or the white one of the last remaining White Roses. So, and yes, all that is important, but at the end of the day, and we also gotta think about, okay, House of the Dragon. Well, that one was based off of the Anarchy, aka the War of Secession between Matilda and her cousin Stephen of Blois. So the Anarchy, in reality, was more your standard run-of-the-mill secession crisis, where Matilda was not on good terms with her father. She married a Plantagenet who a member of the House of Plantagenet who was technically a rival and enemy of Matilda's father, Henry I. Now, Stephen of Blois is kind of interesting in the fact that he was the son of a disgraced crusader who abandoned and probably did more to harm the First Crusade than actually contribute. So, and Stephen, he wasn't dumb, but you could kind of tell he was kind of in over his head. And while Matilda, considering she was once married to the Holy Roman Emperor and wanted to still be called Empress, even though her husband was dead and no children came from the union, thus, she really didn't have a right to the title, kinda says a lot about her personality and how she viewed herself. And it kind of also goes along the way to kind of understand the areas of her personality and self rule and self image that would cause issues with her trying to consolidate power in the anarchy, which, spoilers, actually kind of hints at where the direction of House of the Dragon will go. So, on top of that, what is the Blackfire Rebellion? I don't think the Blackfire Rebellion really refers to any single period of English history. In a lot of ways, it kind of points more towards French history because consider this. Um, you're a powerful yet not totally legitimate member of the French royal family. You're, what does that sound like? Especially as the French, the French royals finally consolidated rule over Brittany. Well, to me, that sounds like the House of Burgundy, which was a branch family of the royal house of Valois, who also were descendants of the Capets. Now, the Burgundians would always kind of had a closer relationship to England through the wool trade and the fact that the House of Burgundy had control over was now modern day Belgium, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands, aka the Low Countries. The House of Burgundy also had more industry and in many ways wanted to see itself as a kingdom, hence why they would intermarry with the Habsburgs. So, alongside, they also had occasional relations with the Spanish royal families. So, and on top of that, there was a secession crisis during the fall of the House of Capets when you went through several French kings who died young, and the heir to the French throne was a woman who was decried either as illegitimate or to skip to the House of Valois and to the younger brothers who would die young, um, was deemed unable to rule because she was a woman, thus doubling France down under Salic law, while you have England who would accept a queen if there was no other close male relative and or a claim to the throne can be made through the female line, as we saw with Henry VII. So, so George R. R. Martin has made medieval history kind of more present. Alongside that, you have the Cursed Crown series, aka that started off with the Iron King, in France that was kind of a major part of French media for the better part of 30, 40 years. So, anyway, this has been fun. This has been random medieval thoughts with Ian. Have a good one.